Are you curious about the future price of Bitcoin and its long-term market potential? Well, this video today is an analysis that may answer some of these questions for you. Price of Bitcoin, being the market leader, of course, is something that attracts most of our attention. So let's explore some of the key technical and fundamental factors which are influencing the price of Bitcoin as of today. We'll start with the technical factors. Are you aware that the trading charts are currently showing a massive descending triangle, as well as extreme tightness on Bitcoin's daily Bollinger Bands? We haven't seen tightness on the Bollinger Bands like this for quite a long time, and the last time it did happen resulted in a big catalyst for a bull run. Now, one of three things is likely to happen. We are going to move up, down, or sideways. Right about now, you're thinking, well, no shirt, Sherlock, but stick with me here for a little bit. If we continue sideways, then the end result will still be breaking out, whether that be up or down. So the question we have to answer is, which way is more likely? Considering all of the fundamental factors, I am leaning towards a rise in the price of Bitcoin. But this is Bitcoin, so be prepared for bumps in the road, as prominent bears are still calling for $5,000 or lower, and Bitcoin previously found support at 6,100 and 5,800. If we do see a downward trend, these could be the low figures that prospective buyers have been waiting for. In addition to the aforementioned, we have quite a few other bullish indicators to add into the optimistic point of view, such as the weekly MACD and its bullish crossover that we're currently seeing. As you consider all of this, remember, last year it took only 6 weeks to move from the approximate price we are seeing today, going from $6,600 on November 2nd, 2017, to hit all-time highs around $20,000 on December 17th, 2017. Can you imagine that a similar situation may now be playing out? Now on to the fundamentals. The price to mine a Bitcoin is currently exceeding the market price for many miners, as infrastructure built earlier in the year continues to be hooked into the network, driving the network's hash rate higher and higher. Now, some miners may just turn off their machines, but they are not in any hurry to flip the switch, because getting the asset is more important than losing a few bucks to electricity costs. Institutional money is coming. This process cannot be stopped, whether you like it or not. Projects like Bakkt will be a major catalyst, and the explosion of options for secure custody are also playing a big role. Bitcoin futures are already in play, and the Bitcoin ETF is only a question of when, not if. Speaking of institutions, a recent survey by Fundstrat reported that 54% of institutions, 54%, believe that Bitcoin has found its bottom, as is evidenced by continued support levels. A majority of these institutions also see Bitcoin at 15,000 plus, up to the moon, I suppose, by the end of next year. Exchanges like Coinbase and Gemini keep onboarding new customers every single day. This hasn't stopped during the bear market. As they become more and more compliant and powerful, this only adds to the catalyst that we're seeing. Add on top of this liquidity solutions, increased exchange security, more fiat on-ramps. All of this is enticing in more buyers. Consider for a moment the number of Bitcoin and the number of people in the world. Trade wars, sanctions, instability, capital controls, censorship, none of this stuff has gone away. And as more people discover Bitcoin and how it can help them circumvent these, shall we say, external barriers, we will see further interest from the developing world. Utility is also growing for Bitcoin as we see things like the Lightning Network continue to be tested, as well as increased merchant acceptance. And of course, the fundamentals of Bitcoin have not changed with the price. It is still cheap to send, it is still permissionless, it is still censorship resistant global money. There are so many positive things happening right now in this industry. I am as optimistic as ever about the success of Bitcoin and the superb financial opportunity it represents to investors. I know by this point you are very curious as to where Bitcoin is going. Back in January, I thought we would hit new all-time highs this year, and that is still possible. But my previous number of 50 to 60,000 is almost certainly out of play, with almost all major analysts seeing this as not being very likely anymore. But it is possible to end the year at a much higher price than we currently see. While I could put a number on Bitcoin, it is a little more than a guessing game as to where the ball is actually going to stop rolling on December 31st. And remember, I'm just talking about Bitcoin here. There are a lot of powerful indicators happening for really positive price action across many of the other top cryptocurrencies. But of course, all eyes are on Bitcoin, the king of the markets. Nothing is, of course, certain, and some major FUD events could easily throw the markets into extreme turmoil. But overall, the future of Bitcoin is incredibly exciting. And if you are watching this today, congratulations, because you are still early. I want you to bear in mind, too, that there are always risks. Have a plan. Remember, stop losses are your friend. This is not financial advice. And have fun, guys. Long live the blockchain. Peace out till next time.